I didn't see how big that team was. I was just going for objectives, which isn't really what I'm trying to do here. So, I'll ability block Ebony and then Phoenix, and then this might kill Phoenix. Nope, didn't crit, so that's good. If I follow up with her ult, it will kill her, so I'm gonna hold off. I'll let their shield healer summon. I'm not gonna use Doc Ock's special because it applies disrupt on from Black Bolt. A lot of folks are running Black Bolt in here. Black Bolt's very good in this mode. It was actually being undersold. A lot of people are thinking that Black Bolt isn't very strong, but that's wrong. Black Bolt is very good in a certain comp. Phoenix actually isn't a part of the best comp. Oh, it's funny. Shield Medic actually revived Ebony, which is normally does not happen. So, all right, stay down. And then let's. I don't think she does much else, so let's go yank her out of there because she's revving on her passive. And I'll just do some control on Black Bolt. I'm just using basics. I don't want to kill Dark Phoenix, so I'm just going to put all my damage over on Black Bolt so I don't take the wombo from both of them. I'll have to deal with the Phoenix damage, but I don't have to deal with Black Bolts if I don't want to. And again, I'll kill him and then I'll use Doc Ock's special in the next round. I'll save X23's ability block for when Dark Phoenix arrives. And it looks like I lost one of my tunes. Can't remember who it was, to be honest. Who was it? I lost Red Skull. Red Skull for me is only like 50 something K, so he's really tiny. So he's going to die in a lot of these fights because he's not at the level the rest of my roster is for these like PvP mode. Just using single target, and then I'll deal with Dark Phoenix in the end. All right, looks like I'm going to have to. So there we go. He may have saved the taunt with Thanos, which I think he did. I'm not running Ebony, so this will be harder for me to get through this, but let's see if I can ability block Thanos here with Zemo. And it did, so that's pretty much good game. Oh, she got the bonus because of the kill. She got 2 full ults off. Oh, gosh, I don't get to do that very often. That was nasty. But very strong. You can see, again, it's punching up. She got Shield Medic, but I'm using really light Red Skull. But Red Skull's meta, and obviously Shield Medic is not. But still, 100k punch up. And went through it pretty fast. No Ebony. You don't need Ebony to deal with Phoenix if you don't get stuck on the Thanos taunt. If you get stuck on the Thanos taunt, you can kind of work around it a little bit, but it helps a lot when you can clear that and then start putting ability blocks out and kind of control the pace of the fight. I have a 610, 620k team. That's my bigger team that I run with Thanos and Ebony and Black Bolt. But it's harder for me to find good matchups with that are like the test. So I'm running a smaller team and trying Red Skull with his passive to see about the speed. And I need to check to see if I need Red Skull next to Zemo for them to gain the speed up. I don't think you do. I think it's just Hydra on the team. I don't think they have to be adjacent. But Doc Ock needs to be adjacent to the teammates he's going to be speeding up. And I want him to be speeding up the 2 ability blockers, Zemo in the mirror, and then X23 to... So, all right, so he resisted. So this is like a bit worst case scenario thing here. So he got defense up to start, and then he cleared my defense up. I didn't clear his, and he also resisted the ability block, and his Zemo's about it's a 5 red, 5 yellow. So this is good to actually test for me because I'm going up against I didn't see the team power, but I'm assuming this is a stronger team because his Zemo's much bigger than mine, so that's good. I'm actually happy about that because I want to test versus bigger teams. I could throw out the slow now. I think I will. I need to cleanse on my side. And really it's just I wanted to control what was going on my side of the fight. I'm going to try to put damage over on Emma as much as I can. It's going to get a little harder here. He was able to clear it. I'm just going to try to keep going after Emma. I'm not going to get her. Oh, I will. She's gone. And then here it'll target Ebony Moss, see if I can get him out before he ults. And he's going to clone either Red Skull or Zemo. Oh, okay. The Doc Ock is a good clone as well, but I thought he was going to go a different direction. Yeah, his team is just, I think it's just much stronger than mine. But still a good test just to see how the skill orders work and those kind of things. I think here I need to, it's a toss-up between Doc Ock and Black Bolt. I really can't afford to take a big Black Bolt ult to the face. That would be a good game. I think I'd be better off eating the Doc Ock ultimate. All right, ooh. All right, and then here I'm going to go after Black Bolt while I have some people up. I think this is an L, guys. I'm too underpowered on this one. And the start of the fight with my Zemo not cleansing things and applying ability block hurt. But there's some RNG with using Zemo. The fights don't always go as planned. But it's a good fight. This is the first one I've lost in a while. And I'd be curious if his team powers are similar to mine, or else if he's like 100k bigger. I actually did not see, so I don't know. I probably should have cleansed and slowed him, but all right, so I'll throw the slow out now. Ooh, that's a good game. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, GG. And there's it's funny how Zemo like bends down and does a little hand thing there when he's dodging. I didn't notice that before. But yeah, I need to work on my Zemo. My Zemo's only like 86 to 88k, somewhere around there. I'll say 88. So he's just not big enough to always be reliable. Yeah, so there's a 150k punch up into not a really strong Zemo, but a much stronger Zemo than mine. Both running Striker, but he resisted the cleanse on his defense up, and then also resisted with a defense up the ability block. So that kind of swung the fight. But yeah, strong team, just a little too much health. My Red Skull's too low. Like his ultimate doesn't like nuke anybody on this team. And then I think his bots, his minions get a lot stronger. So I might think about, I'm farming Red Skull, so I'll get him up. But I might think about putting some T4s into Red Skull to make him better. So let me go look at that. I might drop some T4s into him. I don't have a ton of gold on hand right now, but and then my Doc Ock needs levels. He's only 5 yellow. X23, I'm farming her slowly, in the War Store, trying to get her up. But if these were all like 7 yellows instead of 6 and 5 yellows, it'd be a better fight. He's all 7 yellows across the board, and none of my characters are 7 yellow. So it's like just a power disadvantage. So like his version of that team, there's always RNG going Zemo to Zemo, face to face. It's just mirror matches. That's why this isn't a true PvP, because there's just it's a coin flip, and then one can ability block the other, and that's pretty much the fight in a lot of the mirror matches. Not always. You can have some certain comps that'll counteract that, but that's why a lot of us don't feel like this is a great PvP mode, just because it's a coin toss on a lot of the abilities. It's funny. Zemo, you want your Zemo to always go first because you want to try to ability block the other Zemo from being able to do the same to somebody on your high value character in your team. And then on the other side, it's the inverse. You want your Emma to go after their Emma, because their Emma's going to cleanse all the debuffs on their side and then put slows on yours. And what you're trying to do is you want to then cleanse, use your Emma to go second, and then immediately cleanse all the slows and throw them back on them. Because if yours goes first, you're going to be slowed for a full round with their Emma's passive slowing you down another 10%, and that hurts. So the coin toss of which Emma goes first is really brutal in the mirrors too. I actually didn't see which Emma went first. Mine may have gone second, and it still may have not have swung the fight. But a lot of fights are actually decided by whose Emma goes second. And usually they come out on top in a lot of the matches just because slowing down the team with her passive additional turn meters reduction is so dramatic that it's just really impactful. I need to change my kind of screen lockout setting to like 20 minutes. Sorry guys, I think it sets to like 3, so it's kind of screen locking the phone quite a bit. But yeah, it's a weird thing I don't think a lot of people are aware of, but in these mirror matches, you want your Emma to go second after theirs. And then Doc Ock, I'm still seeing, trying to feel like if he's needed for this team. I like Doc Ock throwing him in here because to speed up. So he's going to give on spawn, he's going to throw speed up for one turn to his adjacent allies, so it'd be X23 and Zemo. So I'm trying to speed up my ability blockers. And then I think Red Skull gives more speed up to, and I know people are running Cable with Hydra for his passive speed up, but mine is pretty small. And he does have a nice turn meter rewind on his special, so I'm not saying Cable isn't viable. Mine's just isn't. He's similar power to Red Skull, so he's just not great. He might be 5 red stars too, but if I start adding more of those types of characters in just to go turn meter speed to get the first turn, my team's gonna probably drop down to around like 350k because I'm losing too much of my kind of horsepower. So on spawn, if health is full, this character has 1 or more Hydra allies gain charge. Yep, I know about that. On non-summoned, Hydra minion ally death revive. We know that. Right, gain 15% speed and damage. Hydra minion allies gain 15% speed and damage. I'm not running any Hydra minions, so I wouldn't benefit from that, except for after Red Skull uses special. But I'm specifically for Zemo to speed him up. That doesn't benefit Zemo. Okay, where is it? So that wasn't it. Is it on the special? Fill speed bar for self and all allies. So summon 2 to 3 Hydra minions at 300% normal damage and 150% of normal health. Fill speed bar of self and all allies by 30%. So that might be the reason you're trying to run him, and just for your team in general is to do the speed rush. So he gains 30% turn meter, and then with Emma, you're slowing them down by 10. Usually, both teams are running Emma, so it's kind of a wash. But this helps you get turn meter. But again, I'd have to look at it and see if that's actually beneficial, because Red Skull may not be optimal. Because you don't want your Emma to go before theirs. I don't know if that's critical. I just know it's a tougher fight having your Emma go first. So I'll have to play around with that to see the turn orders and what's the best value. That's worth testing. And then this is not going to be his turn 1 ability. This is going to be his second turn ability. And then this is probably turn 3. Play defense down. Okay. And then did I upgrade this? I didn't. So summon 3 Hydra minions. And I have it set to 2 to 3 Hydra minions. 40% damage for summoned Hydra minions. So I should probably boost this. Apply offense up to all allies and self. Plus 50% damage to primary target and gain assist from 5 Hydra allies. So I probably need to invest some T4s into Red Skull. I don't mind doing that, but yeah, so he has some passives potentially you could run Black Bolt or something like that. You can give him offense up for his ultimate. So that would be key. I need to see. He's pretty low. I'm really close to a 6 yellow star on him, which is going to jump him about, 6 or 7k. And then if I put some T4s into him, I could probably get him to around 75k, somewhere around there. With a couple T4s and then this yellow star, I think I get him to somewhere around 72 to 75k. I'll favorite him, and I want to start building up his ISOs too. I don't have much in that realm. I'll do his damage, and then maybe I'll do his health, but I don't have enough for that one. I'll do armor. Yeah, so I can probably get him up to around 72 to 75k. I need to start leveling him. So I'll put some levels on Red Skull and see if I can build him up. All right, somebody's chatting my alliance leader in Discord. So I think he's trying out the team that I'm running. Okay, so Night King's got a 463k version of the team that I'm running. That's fun. We have almost like the same exact power. I'm 463, 193. And he's 463, 610. All right, I'm going to post, give me one second, guys. I'm going to post a screenshot real fast. Photo, I thought I did. Let me get the screen back to big. There we are. This looks like it's got quite a bit of trim here. Let me fix that. Oh, not what I was trying to do. There we go. Get the screen. Finally, there you are. All right, much better. Cool. So I wouldn't run it again, but I want to improve my Red Skull. So I'll start leveling him up a little bit. Especially with levels, I should be able to get to 75k pretty easily. I'll probably bring him up to level 75 for PvP, or this new fake PvP, as Nietzsche kind of calls it. And I agree with him, this isn't really PvP, it's like, I don't know, mirrored arena. It's definitely an arena, and they're right. A lot of people are calling it PvP because it is player versus player, but it's more like they have the exact right name for it. It's real-time arena, like everyone's trying to rename it. It doesn't have to be renamed. Arena is mirror match teams, Black Order versus Black Order, and that's exactly what this is. If they didn't have, sorry, not Alliance Race, if they didn't have bans, everyone would be running Black Order versus Black Order, at least at the end game, and it'd be just exactly what the title is. It's real-time arena. It's arena, but real-time, because you guys are doing it head-to-head, and almost everyone will be running Black Order versus Black Order. You could definitely come up with some other teams that could counter it, but it'd be tough because when Black Order starts like targeting your team, it might be difficult. But there's probably some teams that can beat Black Order in a real-time arena format that are like parallel powers, but it's going to be tough. Upgrade his passive and special. Yeah, so I think I'm going to upgrade, if I get spell, Red Skull's passive and special and get him up to level 75. And so that'll be my pet project here as we move along. Alright, let's see another fight. And I can throw my bigger team up here, but I want to play, I'm going to just trash this team. I want to play versus some teams that are like 100k bigger than me, and running the bigger meta to see if I can beat them. Or else, similar power teams in the other kind of Thanos 70 Mall kind of meta. So I cleared everything except for Black Bolt. So here I'm probably just going to put the ability block over on Crystal. And I actually wailed on her, even with Yo-Yo, which is surprising. I'm going to ability block her again, and I'm just going to go after her. I'm going to save the old summon, and I'm just going to really go after Crystal to get her out of the fight, because she has some nasty AoE, and that's why I'm doing that. They're all pretty much full turn meter, so getting a slow out here isn't really of high value. I'll throw it out because I'm kind of curious if it lasts till the next turn or if it's just for this like 20% turn meter. I didn't want to test that, and I just never remember to pay attention to it. I should know that by now. I just don't have it ingrained in my mind. If it carries over past the quarter turn and doesn't, so it only lasts for like 10% turn meter. So since Ebony's slowing them down, she doesn't. You don't get a whole lot of value out of that kind of slow. It's only for like whatever remaining turn meter they have. Yeah, that's the right place to try to go after Doc. He's doing the right thing. I'm going to get over here on Yo-Yo. This isn't really a good fight. I'm going to just murder this team, but it's okay. They probably have a objective for Inhumans, which is actually a pretty good objective. Or else he's running some kind of bio objective. But this isn't going to be a good fight. He's running a very synergy team too, but my synergy is very PvP oriented, while he's just running a more bland kind of synergy team, but with some very mediocre kind of characters. So he doesn't really have a shot at this. I'm kind of posting in my Alliance chat and see if they want to test it. It looks like my Alliance leader is trying it. I'm going to take a look to see what his results were. I mean, a lot of these teams, like A beats B, B beats C team. So I don't know. Like this meta team might counter one meta team, another meta team might counter this, and then that kind of triangle kind of thing. Like Warrior beats what's the old thing? Warrior beats Ranger, Ranger beats or Archer, whatever you call it. Archer beats Magician, Magician beats Warrior. It might be that kind of format in here, which would be kind of cool. So that way, and actually I would prefer that rather than just having and I'm not saying this team itself is like the best meta team, but I think some version of this team probably is. I know some other folks are running Cable maybe instead of X23 or Doc Ock, I forget which one it is, just to go full speed. It's probably X23 because Doc Ock gives speed. But mine's so low. It's like this isn't a very big team. So I just want to test it and see if it's worth bringing up Red Skull. They're quitting on him. Yeah, he's running objective. That doesn't really say much. My Alliance lead is saying his X23 ult killed Beast and his Emma, and then he quit. Yeah, just T11 Skull. I done his passive back when he dropped. 3 of them quitting. Yeah. Cool. I want to keep trying this. I want to see if I can keep running to like a 550 to 600k teams, even the big stuff, even if I lose. Yeah, this isn't going to tell me anything. He might have a Taskmaster thing. Okay. So his poor Scroll Girl is going to get nuked here. I'll see if I can put it on 1x when I launch in, but as soon as I launch into the fight, Zemo is going to nuke them. And, I can't turn the speed down, so it's locked. Oh, she survived. I'm shocked. Again, my Zemo's pretty small, so not completely shocked, but yeah. Just gonna. All right, and then there goes their whole team. I'll just use basics and try to get the fight over with. There's no use doing specials and everything. Just all right. Try to get on to the next one. Hey, Brizzy, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good day. Not yet. Cool and smile. No, I'm just having fun today. I'm not sure if it's still snowing outside. It was snowing this morning at my house, and I like the snow, so it's just kind of a nice chill Sunday. I like when it snows outside up in the hills where I live. It it gets really like calm and pleasant outside. So it's kind of nice. It's a cool way to spend the weekend. Yeah, I was watching Tano's vid this morning, but I haven't checked anybody else's out. I usually watch about kind of half of them, like bits and pieces now, but now that I'm streaming data, look up some video content or editing software. I actually need to start creating some. I'm just kind of relaxing. Had fun on Nishi's stream last night. That was a good time. That was a good group of people over there. You doing good, bud? Come on, pal. Hanson. Bring your ball. You gotta bring it. Where's your ball? Might have to take a break here in a little bit. My dog wants to play outside in the snow. What's Dirty Iceman? Is that the old Billy Buck Phoenix? I'll check them out. Yeah, I like all the content creators. They're all good to watch. All right, I'm gonna be nice and try not to kill all his players. So I'll let him get some abilities off if I can. Oh, he just quit. Oh, man, I tried. So what the comp that I thought Iceman might be working with? I saw Tawny use it too, but the first thing that I saw when I read Iceman's kit was using Emma, because Emma throws all the slows out. Skirmisher Iceman. I think in Tawny's vid they had him running as a striker, so I'll check it out. I don't know how Skirmisher, what Iceman's basic does. It might make sense to have him there just to apply focus and apply the slows on everybody with his ultimate, which is probably the best thing for him, because if he's not self-applying slows on his ult, then his whole kit kind of probably falls apart. Oh yeah, Crystal throws slows, Quake throws slows, but like for what purpose though? Yeah, I can see that team working with Quake and Crystal, but like for war, I mean, it's really hard to separate Crystal from Black Bolt and Yo-Yo in war. Like maybe in a raid team. And it'd have to be pretty strong to build up Quake to T14 because she's kind of an older kit character. I don't know why you'd run Quake over Emma. I know because Quake is going to do what, kind of like an AoE splash on her basic, so whoever's clumped, usually 3, but you know, if they're clumped, they can do more. Or if there's 10 characters on the field, she can probably hit 6 with her basic. But you'd have to like T14 Quake all the way up just to do that. But I'd rather run Emma personally. Yeah, I mean if it's for use 7.5, Breeze, I could see that making sense. But again, like most people have Emma built up really high in Quake. I don't think many people have T14 on Quake. So like if it's for war, I don't know why you'd separate Crystal from Inhumans, or even if you're running a hybrid. Black Bolt and Yo-Yo are usually part of Crystal's team. The 3 go together. Wherever they go, those 3 always go together. I could see maybe Crystal, Black Bolt, Yo-Yo, Iceman, and Kitty Pride maybe as a 5. And I'd have to go back over the kits. I can't remember how much Iceman and Kitty are tied together. I feel like they had some synergy. I just forget what it was. I'll have to read the kits again. Let me see if they're over here. Oh, sweet. And I wish they didn't do this, but they gave, I feel like Iceman, I was watching the Tana's vid this morning, and I feel like they made Iceman look, and I haven't read the recent comics, so it's a cool look. I'm not knocking the art. Like, the art's high quality, but I'm used to the old, I'm not sure if Iceman was bald, but he's kind of got like a Goku haircut. But the main thing is, he, to me, when I see him in this art style in Tana's video, what he reminds me of is I don't know the race. I know some stuff in Marvel, but I'm not like a complete geek about it. Like I know like a little bit, but the ice from the Asgardians. What's the ice race? Not Fjolnir. I forget what it's called. They basically go to the ice race in the first Thor movie, and it's the race that Loki's kind of like hybrid with or part that, and Loki was taken from that kind of planet, and he looks like that alien race. Oh gosh. Thor. Movie images, nice. Let's see if I can get this blown up. So he reminds me of these guys. Whatever race these guys are, that's what Iceman reminds me of. So Iceman reminds me, like in this, that's not the best one, but like when Thor's going after them all, and maybe it's just because they're wearing pants, like a little skirt too, and Iceman's wearing a skirt or like a pants. Especially the hair, I don't know, it's just kind of, and then also like the stuff coming off his elbows, which makes sense, but it very much has that kind of art style from this race. And I know he's not like mixed with that; he's just a mutant. But like, I feel like they maybe got some inspiration out of this race or something. Like when he's rising up, I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. All right, let me flip this back. Yeah, I like the art. It's just it's not like OG Iceman to me. I grew up on the Capcom stuff, and yeah, I think he had a short haircut back in the day too. Capcom Iceman images. Yeah, this is how I remember him. Is this style right here? And he wasn't wearing pants. I have a big problem with the pants, but I remember like this. This is the look that I recall, and the pants are probably. I'll say they're an upgrade over the like tidy whitey look that was early day comics. But I definitely remember him more like in this style of haircut, which is a little bit more military. So I don't have a problem with it. Like giving him hair is pretty cool. It's not a big deal to me, but it's me of keep forgetting all these words. Yeah, he's cool. All right, let me look at the synergy here. So if his character has 4 more astonishing X-Men allies and health is full at the start of a match, get the revive. On enemy slow, bury yourself for 5% of this max health. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Like when an enemy is slowed, like there's some missing words there. Like on each time an enemy is slowed, he gets barrier, which I'm assuming that means. So like if all 5 opponents are slowed either from Iceman's ult or Emma AoEs everybody, he'll get 5 times 5, so he'll get 25% barrier. So I'm assuming that's what that means. Not when an enemy slows your team. Apply 5% armor to all enemies with slow, or -% armor. And that's just the basic level, so he probably gets more. This video was using, who was the third one he was using? GPs was trying to learn how to allow people to post web links, but if you want to try it, feel free. Oh, you whispered? Cool, I appreciate it. Worn bandana. Like, I definitely didn't read all the, so I was probably, so he might have been. Yeah, and the new Iceman look doesn't bother me. It's cool art. It's good. And if that resonates more with people today, and they like this, it's just not everything. There's